Today on Las Vegas Now.
We're very excited to be here in Las Vegas. Don't forget to come out and see us at the Hard Rock here in Vegas.
We're back.
Yeah, we're gonna rock it.
We never stopped believing Journey would be back. We go one-on-one with the band about why they returned to Las Vegas.
And it is wedding season, so why do we hold bridal showers? And what's the origin of bachelor parties? We're going to take a look at how some of these wedding traditions came into being.
And are you suffering from seriously stinky feet, Kendall?
Yeah, thanks for looking this way.
Have a case of chronic bad breath? Well, today,
thank you.
We're answering some of your wackiest health questions.
You're watching Las Vegas Now with Lindsay Simon, Kendall Tenney, and Mercedes Martinez.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Las Vegas Now. I'm Lindsay Simon.
I'm Kendall Tenney, apparently with stinky feet and bad breath, even.
Not really.
No. Oh, no.
Not
that
really.
Bad. Not that bad.
We're halfway through the week.
All right. On this Wednesday, we got some cool stuff, including you hear Journey in the background.
Talking with Journey coming up in just a few minutes. There's also this girl who made her own prom dress.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, Pretty in Pink. She makes her own. It's Pretty in Purple. And I saw it thinking like, okay, I have kind of an idea of what that's going to be like. It is so good. I can't wait for you guys to see it if you haven't already. It's blowing up on the internet.
I can't wait to see that. A lot more coming up. Before we get to anything, let's go to Ted with a look at the weather.
Hey, where'd the Journey music go? It went away.
We'll bring it back for you, buddy.
You want it for your weather?
Let's bring it back up. We want some Journey weather, right?
What's Journey song should we play during your weathercast?
Oh, you got to do Faithfully.
Okay.
You have to do Faithfully.
We'll see if we can cue it up
I don't think it really goes well with the forecast I'm showing right now, though. We got temperatures in the 90s. Things are heating up, and this is just the beginning because we're going to get hotter than this. Calm conditions outside right now. That, of course, is going to change later on this week. Your evening planner, we're going to be having a very mild to warm morning for all of us. Temperatures in the 80s, 78. By the time we go on for 8 News Now at 11, your start for your 8 a.m. commute at 77 degrees, mild in the morning, and then hot again by the afternoon tomorrow. Well, many neighborhoods tomorrow will be in the hundreds for sure. Winds start Friday. We've got that big cool down by Sunday, and then increasing shower chances. It's all in the 7-day forecast, which we will show you here on Las Vegas Now at the end of the show. Christiane will send it over to you.
All right, Ted, thanks very much. No classes tomorrow at a local charter school after reports of more than 100 sick students. Hello, I'm Paul Johnson.
And I'm Christiane Klein. Now, that school is Somerset Academy in North Las Vegas in the far northwest corner of the valley. It's located on West Centennial Parkway and Commerce, and that's where 8 News Now reporter John Langler is live. John, you just got an update from the health district. What'd they say about this?
They said there has, in fact, been a norovirus outbreak here. They did testing, and they have confirmed that's exactly what happened. They're not sure, though, how it started. They don't know exactly if they'll ever know how it started. The key, though, is trying to stop the illness where it is and make sure no other students or staff here get sick. And that's why classes are canceled for tomorrow and for Friday. It allows Somerset Academy to give the entire campus another medical grade cleaning. In fact, there's going to be 3 of them that are going to happen over the next few days. It also means that sickened children can stay home and get better and hopefully come back to class much healthier. Students first started getting sick almost 2 weeks ago. The health district and the school monitored the situation then. They actually thought things were getting better. However, they realized that wasn't the case, and that is why they canceled classes. Norovirus is a gastrointestinal virus. It's easy to spread, but it usually only lasts a few days. Health officials say the key to stopping the spread of something like norovirus is something as simple as washing your hands, and those kind of procedures are being implemented on campus for when the kids do come back, but also just for day-to-day life. Now, tonight we're going to hear from some parents and from staff here at Somerset Academy about this outbreak, how it started, and hopefully how they'll get back to class on Monday. Reporting live, John Langler, 8 News Now.
All right, John, thanks very much. Police say a shooting at an apartment complex early this morning appears to be a murder-suicide. It happened at the Tivoli Apartments on Rainbow near Lone Mountain in Rancho around 3:15 in the morning. Metro Police say the 2 people inside were married. They think the husband made the 911 call after shooting his wife and then turned the gun on himself. He left a suicide note. Another resident in the apartment says it's not a neighborhood where they see police often.
This is normally a really good neighborhood, like kids always running around, it's all friendly. That's so surprising, especially when I saw like all those news, I was like, oh my God, what happened? I was hoping it wasn't like nothing gang related or nothing, because there's always a good neighborhood.
The police say neither person had any kind of criminal history. Their names are not being released until everyone in their family's been notified.
Two people were killed on a college campus in a suburb of Dallas. Police say the gunman and another person are dead at North Lake College in Irving, Texas. The school was under lockdown and tweeted that students should go to the nearest classroom and hide. An eyewitness said that a girl was sitting in a chair when a man in front of her was shot her 3 times. No potential motive for that shooting has been released just yet.
The city of Las Vegas has picked a new city manager. Longtime Deputy City Manager Scott Adams was named to the job this morning. He has worked for the city for 17 years. He will replace the outgoing Betsy Fretwell, who's taken a job at Switch. Adams takes over July 7th.
American Airlines says it plans to get rid of some of the leg room on its flights. Now, they are shrinking the space between seats on economy rows in the next generation of 737s. Seats will now have between 1 and 2 fewer inches of legroom. The airline says it's making that move so that they can add more seats. And CNN is reporting that United is also considering a similar move. And we got a lot more news coming up at 5 and a full hour on 8 News Now at 6 o'clock. But for now, back to Las Vegas Now.
Boy, the good news doesn't stop coming for the airlines out there. United joining in on the less legroom train. That's crazy.
And there are some really tall guys that get on there. I mean, I'm 5'7".
Right.
But there's still no room.
I think the same thing. I have friends, obviously, who are much taller than I am. I'm sub 6 foot. And I'm thinking, what do the sub 6 foot? It's a new term I just made up. But I think, what do tall people do? Or, you know, bigger people? It's got to be crazy.
Yeah, even the updated, there's still not enough, I don't think.
No, not at all. All right. Well, Vegas is welcoming back Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Journey. The band is returning tonight for a 9-night run, and we talked to the band about what makes playing at the Hard Rock different than every other city.
Love that, you know, I love that. I mean, it's very intimate, and I mean, it's just, sometimes you long for that situation, you know, that kind of relationship with the crowd, with the fans. Like,
you can see past the first 2 rows. You know, that's always nice. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's a really great sounding place. Yeah, we had a great time last time, and so that's obviously why we're doing it again.
Well, along with today being proclaimed Journey Las Vegas Day, the group unveiled several memorabilia cases, including one for guitarist Neil Schramm and Steve Smith's drum kit. The band says playing Las Vegas now is so much different than it was back in the day.
It's become a real destination, and a rock and roll one at that. I mean, I see all kinds of interesting acts that probably haven't been there, you know, are playing now, and it's really changed since the 80s, you know, when it used to be not cool to play Vegas.
Well, Vegas fans are going to get a special treat. For the first time in the U.S., Journey is going to perform their studio albums, Escape and Frontiers, in their entirety during tonight's show, as well as the shows May 10th and the 17th.
Well, the Tony Award nominations are out, and Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812 leading the pack with the most nominations. The opera, based on Tolstoy's War and Peace, earned 12 nominations, including one for Best New Musical. The old-fashioned Hello, Dolly scored 10 nods, including some for its stars Bette Midler and David Hyde Pierce. Kevin Spacey will host the Broadway Awards show, which airs right here on Channel 8 on June 11th. I will be watching that, as well as Kevin Spacey when House of Cards new season comes out.
Oh, you know, I haven't seen a single episode of House of Cards.
Oh, it's so good. My dad, for those of you that watch, you know when he leaves, Underwood leaves, he does that. My dad does that now when he leaves the room.
I'm getting booed for not seeing House of Cards.
You're just booing to boo. He just wants to boo to boo.
Now just booing for fun, no matter what I say. I'm terribly offended.
Yeah, May 30th, though. I think that's when it comes out.
All right.
Well, Las Vegas Now wants you to be among the first to experience the new Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout ride at Disney California Adventure Park.
Did I tell you I weaseled my way into covering this?
You did?
Yes.
You got it over me? Oh.
Yes. Yeah, it's what you get for being gone.
2 days, man. All right. It's all part of the Summer of Heroes at Disneyland Resort. Just visit LasVegasNow.com for your chance to win 1 day, 1 park tickets. You can submit 1 entry per day through May 12th. We'll start giving away prizes next Wednesday during the 6 a.m. hour of 8 News Now Good Day and right here on Las Vegas Now.
I'll get the whole team to go. That's what Now that's the next thing we lobby for.
I love that. The last time I went there was when the Star Wars land opened up with our producer, Selena. We went together.
Oh, yeah, she said that was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we're going to show you that you can show your kids that science can be cool, and best of all, it's free. We're going to put on our lab coats and test out some projects for the Las Vegas Science Festival.
Cool, and it's time again for this week's pet project. We're playing with this cutie pie next.
Cute dog.
Aww. We'll be right back.
Such a long time, you're my sunshine, and I want you to know.
The 7-day forecast on 8 News Now is sponsored by Valley Auto Mall.
Right now at RC Willey,
Your exclusive Weather Now forecast, rated most accurate by Weather Rate. Every day with Sherry, Ted, and Katie on 8 News Now.
Tomorrow on Good Day.
Just how hot is the seat in your car? We could get close to triple digits this week, and one local fire department showing the proper way to protect your kids from hot seats.
Plus, it's May the 4th, Star Wars Day in the Valley. We'll have all that tomorrow on Good Day.
Good-looking puppy there. All right, this is something for everyone where kids and adults can learn about science and technology. We have Marilyn Gillespie from the Las Vegas Natural History Museum here with us, and one of our Community Pride partners, Doretha Easler from NV Energy. And we're going to talk about some fun activities coming up. Big science fair going on, right?
Absolutely.
And
9 days of science fun.
that is awesome. Where's it going on?
It is 9 days and it's community-wide. We have events going on all over town.
Okay.
But everything culminates in the big science expo at Cashman Center on Saturday.
Saturday is the big day. What time does that get rolling?
10 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Okay, and anybody can show up. I understand it's free. You got to pay for parking, though. That's the only thing, right?
Right, right. All of the events for the Science Festival are free. We want to make science accessible to our kids. We want them to know that science can be fun. It doesn't have to be scary, and it's all around you.
Yeah.
But we're really trying to make it accessible to get that across.
Doretha, why was this important to NV Energy as one of the community partners?
Education is one of our major funding priorities, so we focus on activities that support STEM education. So whether students are interested in science, technology, engineering, or math, we want to help them achieve academic excellence. And I think the Science Festival is a great way for students to learn in a creative way.
Well, it's creative and it's a lot of fun. And Marilyn, you have a good example for us, one that I already know is not going to go well for me because it involves some sort of physics. Tell us what we got here.
All right, this is a physics challenge, and it is, I've already challenged you and you've already failed, so we'll just go on with it.
So have I.
Okay, so the challenge is to see if you can balance all of these nails on this one nail.
Yeah, and of course, I didn't do too well.
No, you didn't.
Yes, but that's okay.
But it was
it's about
nice
trying.
try.
Yes, it's about the effort
Yes. And you
and
got
the potential that I show.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so see, now come on.
I knew that was
how many people get
easy
this
way to
first
do.
try? You gave me 30 seconds, and I think I came up with some pretty clever ways to balance it, but they were all
But this
rejected.
was
that was my
not-
favorite.
yes.
Yeah, that was my favorite way.
So.
Oh, wow.
I'm impressed. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, that's great, Marilyn.
So you've got
Very
balance.
nice.
Wow.
Very nice. Yes.
So there's all sorts of physics stuff going on, balance, gravity, fulcrum. So, you know, it's just one of those real cool things, and that's what science is about, is having to explain things.
I love this kind of stuff, actually, even though I was totally stumped by it. To see it unfold is a lot of fun for adults as well as kids. All right, Marilyn, Doretha, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And the Science and Technology Festival is coming up again Saturday, 10 to 5, Cashman Center. Free admission. All you got to do is pay for parking. You can get more information on scifest.org, is it? And we want to thank, again, our Community Pride partners.
All right, well, it is time for this week's Pet Project, a segment sponsored by our friends over at Best Mattress. Laura Rodriguez joins us from NSPCA, and she brought along someone who needs a good home, His name's Rocco, right?
His name is Rocco.
Okay, so sweet.
He's a 5-year-old bully mix.
Okay, so he's still pretty young.
He's still pretty young. He's young at heart.
That's
always.
past the puppy phase, though, right?
It is.
Okay.
No chewing.
Nice.
Tearing up things.
So 5 years old, and why is he with you guys now?
Well, at first he was abandoned in a house where he kind of injured his back legs. Nothing permanent. He just walks a little funny, a little slow every now and then. And then we were excited. He got this fabulous home, and he was there for a while. And the homeowners association all of a sudden said, "We're scared of you. We don't like your type. You can't stay here no more." So he had to come back to us, which is great, but it just goes on to show about breed discrimination again.
Right.
He's a bully, but as you can tell, he's an absolute love bug.
Oh, right when I walked in, he came over, he let me pet him, he doesn't jump, he doesn't lick crazily, you know, he's very well-tempered. But you're right, you know, bulldogs get a bad rap, but it's all about how they're raised and
that, you know, it's
loving
mainly
home.
how they're raised. They're actually a companion dog. We, as a society today, have created them into these scary type of breed with the fighting of them and everything.
Right.
But they're awesome dogs. They're phenomenal.
He's so sweet. And is he house trained?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
We've taken him to events before, and he's been around other dogs. And this is what he does the whole time, is just lay around.
Oh, he
hang
wants
out.
to see our camera guy, Marcel. Hi. Oh, hey. So he likes to be around people.
He does. He loves people.
All these people on set, they went, "Hi, buddy. Hi." Okay, so Rocco's up for adoption. He's house trained. And by the way, if you adopt a pet from NSPCA, thanks to our friends at Best Mattress, you get this bed for dogs, and it has a removable cover, which you can wash, clean, put it back on, so your pet stays dry and clean. Well, if you'd like to adopt a pet, just head on over to NSPCA on Dewey Drive and give them a call, 702-873-7722. And thanks again to our friends at Best Mattress for sponsoring our Pet Project segment. And thanks, Laura, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Kendall, over to you.
All right, the question now coming up, what does Texas taste like? Well, I can tell you it's barbecue. What about California, though? We're going to give Hershey's new Flavors of America candies a taste test to see if they really taste like their home states. And maybe Carlos will have not taken all of the candy when we come back. And do you feel like you're sweating too much or have a serious case of stinky feet? Coming up, we're offering some solutions to your health questions. But first, here's today's trivia question brought to you by Rolladen Rolling Shutters. What has assisted in 60% of all economic growth in the United States since 1960? We're going to have the answer after the break.
The world is getting...
It's covering this unfolding story. A story you will see only on CBS This Morning.
CBS This Morning, Real News.
Welcome back. Here's the answer to our trivia question brought to you by Rolladen Rolling Shutters. What has assisted in 60% of all economic growth in the United States since 1960? The answer? Air conditioning. Population explosions in places like Arizona, Florida, Texas, and of course right here in Nevada can be directly attributed to AC.
Makes sense.
All right, I had candy in my mouth. So we're celebrating summer with something sweet. So how about a taste of America? Hershey's released 6. Can you not open it?
I don't want to be too loud.
Okay.
I got it.
They released 6 candies inspired by different U.S. states. The Flavors of America collection includes Coconut Almond Hershey's Kisses, Texas Barbecue Paydays. That does not sound... from Texas, I would think I would like it, but no. California candy, barbecue candy doesn't sound great. California has its Strawberry Kit Kats. Florida has Key Lime Pie Twizzlers, Honey Roasted Peanut Butter Cups, inspired by Georgia, and New York's Cherry Cheesecake Hershey Bars. Well, what was this one for then? What state is this? Florida.
Florida, orange.
Okay.
Orange cream.
That's
Well,
one
you
I
have
just
to
tried.
try the Payday because you're from Texas.
Okay.
I want to try this cherry.
The Twizzlers are good. The Florida Twizzlers are very good.
What would Nevada's?
Hey, Carlos, you guys have some of these. These are great.
Dust flavored Hershey's Kisses. Sorry it's loud. We probably should have thought about this beforehand. Okay, so you guys trying that. I I like the key lime pie.
Okay.
It's got like a cream filling in it. No?
Thumbs down. Barbecue doesn't belong in a candy bar, for crying out loud.
Well.
No, you taste it if you.
It smells like barbecue. What do you think of your?
The Twizzlers? Yes?
Intern Alex likes the orange cream.
They're good. These are good.
We have to try more of these, but I don't think we have time.
Okay, so this is a simple question for some. What is the right way to blow your nose?
Oh my.
We're going to answer that kind of question and other weird health questions that you might just not want to ask your doctor when we come back.
That barbecue is not very good.
It's not good, I told you.
And you've probably heard of glamping, but what about champing? We'll explain coming up in less than 10 minutes.
You're trying to swallow that, aren't you?
I cannot.
Yeah, it's bad.
Your exclusive Weather Now forecast with Sherry, Ted, and Katie on 8 News Now.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, breast cancer is one of the most common cancers in women today, and for women of all ages, the breast self-exam is a useful tool for early detection.
8 News Now, Christiane Klein has more on the importance of self-breast exams with the Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada.
Well, thanks, guys. Race for the Cure is coming up this Saturday here in Las Vegas. And in the run-up to the race, we're taking a look at breast health and ways to take action to protect yourself. And joining me now is Dr. Margaret Terhar, a breast surgeon with Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada, which is also a sponsor of this weekend's race.
Yes,
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
We've often heard about the importance of early exams and that early detection. As a surgeon, how important is this issue here in Southern Nevada?
It's very important, and women that do breast self-exam probably in the average week, maybe a third to a half of the women that I see have found their own lumps that few of them turn out to be cancer, but certainly they needed to be explored further, so it's very important to do that.
That's huge, too, because I know a few years ago the American Cancer Society came out, changed their guidelines, said women no longer need to be doing self-exams, they no longer need to get exams done by a physician. I saw you roll your eyes. How do you feel about that?
So I was pretty disappointed when that happened. I think that breast self-exam really does save a lot of women's lives, and I think that it can be intimidating to them, but I think once they learn what their own breasts feel like, I think it's really empowering to be able to do that and to know you're helping out to
we hear a lot of women too talk about when they hear breast cancer, they think mastectomy. How many women actually do need a mastectomy?
It's really a small fraction of the women that I see because of the screening, because of the self-exams. The tumors are mostly found when they're small. And so the majority of the women can have their breasts, just have their lumps removed and keep their breasts. So.
And technology really is going leaps and bounds ahead in just a very, very short period of time as well. Talk to me about some of the new technology that you guys are seeing and using.
So I brought one example with me today. Radiation treatments are necessary for a lot of the women that have lumpectomy surgery. Radiation was typically given to the entire breast. This new device allows us to put this inside the breast, deliver the radiation just to the high-risk area, and do it in a period of 5 days instead of 6 weeks. And so that's very nice for a lot of the women who qualify for this. Not everyone does, but it certainly is a boon and a really good development in breast cancer care.
It's amazing, too, because for folks at home, it's about the size of a pen. And this is called partial breast radiation therapy. Okay, so for folks at home who might be interested in that, or if they're going through treatment right now, something to ask their doctor about.
Correct.
What do you think is the most important thing for women at home to be hearing right now?
Actually, mammography is where we need to be focusing our efforts. It's not a perfect test, but it's certainly something that makes us able to find cancers early, and it's our most reliable test. So if you're someone that's 40 years old, please get your first mammogram. Please do it on a regular interval and do your self-exams every month.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining
us today.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
And be sure to join me this Saturday at 4:30 on 8 News Now for a half-hour special on Race for the Cure. I'll be talking about the race itself and so much more, including cutting-edge treatment and research for breast cancer, a potential breast cancer vaccine, and reconstruction options for women who have had mastectomies here in Southern Nevada. Again, that's at 4:30 p.m. this Saturday here on Channel 8. Lindsay and Kendall, over to you.
All right, thanks, Christiane. Again, those are questions that you need to ask your doctor.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to. And for some, asking other questions to their doctors
Can be tough.
a little embarrassing. So today we're going to answer some of your questions that you might not want to ask your doctor. So we're going to answer them for you right here on Las Vegas Now.
They run the gamut. They can be strange. They can be gross. We've had some experts weigh in on these questions. So here they are. The first is this. Is there a right way to blow your nose? Doctors say if you feel pressure in your sinuses after you've blown your nose, you're blowing too hard. So they recommend instead using a saline spray or mist.
I hear that is great. I always blow my nose too hard.
Do
it
you?
hurts. Yeah. And saline works, yeah. Next question, how do I stop sweating so much? Experts say to look for antiperspirant that contains 12% aluminum chloride. And if that doesn't work, see a dermatologist. Believe it or not, Botox injections can actually help.
Help stop sweating so much?
Yes.
All right, what about smelly feet? And I noticed they gave me this question. When sweat mixes with bacteria, it creates odor, and you can try using an antibacterial soap and or a powdered deodorant to help that go away.
I put baby powder in my shoes one time. Really? It does not work.
Oh, okay.
Puffs of baby powder come up when you walk.
Just a cloud follows you around.
Yeah. Well, what do you do about excessive gas? It could be due to eating a fiber-rich diet. If it becomes a problem, doctors recommend eating some probiotic yogurt, or blaming it on the dog.
There you go. Just keep your dog with you at all times. Then some may say, hey, why do I have bad breath? Well, it could be because you're not cleaning your tongue where bacteria form. So you want to try, of course, brushing your teeth, but also a tongue scraper to use with your toothbrush, or with your toothbrush, just brush your tongue really well.
And I've heard that if you're dehydrated, that dehydration can cause your mouth to dry out, and it causes it to stink even more.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true.
All right, well, still to come on Las Vegas Now, the pretty in pink moment that has everyone talking, or maybe we should call it the pretty in purple. Get a look at the prom dress one California teen created for just $15.
And Brad Pitt is opening up for the first time since his highly publicized split with Angelina Jolie. What he has to say about everything that's been said. Next.
But first, Mother's Day is May 14th, which is why we're holding our Salute to Mother's Day contest. Just head on over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Las Vegas Now TV, to tell us about your mom, and she could win an amazing ring from John Fish Jewelers. She'll also get 2 tickets to Donnie and Marie's show at the Flamingo, plus meet and greet passes. You have until Friday to enter, and we'll announce the winner Monday the 8th. So good luck, and we'll be right back.
The pain in my feet was excruciating. And then all of a sudden...
At the Good Feet store.
2 people trapped in a burning car. And
a high-speed adrenaline attraction takes a fatal turn.
Speed Vegas.
Now, for the first time, the 911 call with new revelations from the track. An I-Team special report tonight on 8 News Now at 11.
Oh my gosh.
The flavors of America, the key lime one.
Lady and the Tramp.
Okay. That's what they should have done. 2 on both ends and have them meet in the middle. Okay, look, just a public service announcement. Whatever you do, do not.
I'm sorry, that was the creepiest bump pack ever.
Well, we could try it.
We just might.
We could try it, guys, I'm telling you.
Sorry, but go ahead. Yeah, the payday was bad.
My public service announcement today. Whatever you do, avoid this payday candy. It's the taste of Texas, and you would think I would be partial to that. That's my, where I was born.
Can't get it out of my...
It's the worst. We both can still taste it. It's supposedly barbecue. It is kind of barbecue flavored payday. Don't like it. All right.
Don't like it. Well, let's get to some stories that are trending right now. Here's a new travel trend. You've probably heard of the term glamping, glamorous camping.
Yep.
Well, what about champing? Have you heard of that?
Nope.
Well, the new travel trend involves spending the night in old churches. There are plenty of historic spots available for lodging on Airbnb, from Texas, country, to Brooklyn, New York. New camping properties are popping up across the country. I would do it. I would also just feel guilty if I cussed by accident. So it's like you're constantly...
To me, it sounds like the beginning of a Scooby-Doo episode. Hey, let's spend the night in that old church.
Nothing will go wrong.
Exactly.
They are pretty, though.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Those on the pictures are great.
I feel like church is for church.
Right. Yeah. All right, so separation of church and camping.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is opening up for the first time with GQ magazine about his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, since their high-profile split. Jolie said Pitt got verbal and physical with their oldest child after drinking on a private plane in September. Days later, she filed for divorce and then requested sole physical custody of their 6 children. The FBI closed the criminal case with no charges after finding no signs of abuse, but Pitt tells GQ that the public battle transformed him. He says he stopped drinking and he's in therapy. The couple was together for 12 years. I think that's really, I think that's so hard when couples have to go through that kind of stuff in a very public way and their kids involved.
And I was thinking, because at first it was like, no, he didn't act out, he didn't lash out, talking about the plane incident. Yeah. But then after a while, coming from a PR background, don't you just have to be like, yes, it's changed me and I'm getting help?
I think that's, like, that's obviously the best way to go.
Then people drop it.
Because everybody wants them to be okay, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You want both of them to be okay, you want their kids to be okay, so hopefully everybody just moves on.
All right, and prom can get expensive, especially for the girls. The dress alone can cost a fortune, but one California teen decided to make her own in just one night. She first posted this photo on Twitter saying, "Prom's tomorrow. This is going to be a thread of mine attempting to make a dress the night before." She then continued to post about the process. She worked 2 hours the first night and then another 3 the following day. The total cost of the dress? Only $15.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
And in the end, she looked gorgeous. She tells Huffington Post that she felt like she was on Project Runway. Look at that.
That's fantastic.
So she used a strapless dress that she had, an old one. She grabbed some purple tulle and then created the flower kind of at the bottom. I think she looks beautiful.
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And having just had a daughter go to prom, that would have saved us a lot of money. Those dresses are not cheap.
$15, one night. Good for her.
Yeah,
I love hearing stories about that. Well, coming up, are you looking to shed a few pounds fast? Dr. Nash is here to tell us 3 things we can do right now to start burning fat faster.
A long time ago, some wedding parties.
Las Vegas Now.
She interrupted you.
She interrupted
Hello.
me. It's my turn, talking lady. A long time ago, some wedding parties used to include kidnappings, if you can believe that. We're going to have more on that and talk about the origin of some wedding traditions that continue to this day. But first, it's Heldorado Days. We're giving away tickets to Heldorado Days and PBR's last Cowboy Standing all week long. Just be caller number 8 right now. That phone number, 792-8801. If you are caller number 8, you will win 4 tickets. And if you are headed out to Heldorado and don't want to worry about parking, there's a free shuttle service from the Silverton Hotel. And now I think the talking lady can go.
Furniture. Las Vegas Now, provided by Walker Furniture.
Today on 8 News Now at 5, High Behind the Wheel. What are the laws on the books? What's happening right now to crack down on violators? Plus, the killing of a mother swan forcing the other birds to relocate, where they'll be calling home on 8 News Now at 5.
Pet Project on Las Vegas Now is sponsored by Best Mattress.
Today.
No, you can't say no to those. You can't say no to the key lime ones. They're good. All right, if you are looking to burn some fat but just really can't commit to the gym right now, Dr. Kathleen Nash from Total Transformation is back here with us with 3 things you can do right now to start burning fat. Dr. Nash, always good to have you with us.
Thank you for bringing me back. I appreciate it.
I always love this because we get to see inspirational stories, people who have gone through a transformation.
That's right, yeah. So one of the most important parts, I think, of letting anybody do a weight loss program is to see the before and after and what kind of radical transformation they can get.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So who do you have today to show us?
So today we have Maria. Maria lost 74 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and she's a Taekwondo instructor. And before the transformation, she wasn't able to do her favorite sport. Now she's competing and placing in competitions.
Did you bring pictures of Maria?
I certainly did.
Maybe
I
we could
brought
show the pictures, and that's an amazing thing we can do on television. Oh, we have a testimonial first?
Oh.
Okay. Tell us about the testimonial.
That is the testimonial, which is Maria.
Okay. So can we look at the testimonial? Okay, here we go.
When I first started with Dr. Nash, I'd weigh 243 pounds and wasn't able to do the things that I love to do. Since then, I've lost 74 pounds and recently placed in my Taekwondo competitions.
Hey, that sounded familiar.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is amazing to see that.
Actually, I had a phone call with her today, and she's super excited. She's eating between 1,800 and 1,900 calories a day and maintaining it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And whereas before she was probably consuming how many calories a day?
Oh my gosh. For many of my clients, what's happening is they're under eating all the time, and their body's not losing anything, and in fact, it's gaining. And that was what's going on with her.
There's such a thing as eating too little when you're trying to burn fat and
Absolutely.
lose weight.
If there's damage inside the body, and this is what women commonly find, is that I'm eating less, I'm moving more, and either nothing's happening or I'm gaining weight. And that's what we fix.
That's amazing. All right, so what are the 3 ways to burn fat?
Yeah, so what I want to share with you guys today are 3 ways that you can actually burn fat without actually changing your calorie level, which is a good thing. So the first one would be to drink a gallon of water, but not just a gallon of water, drink it before 3 p.m.
A gallon?
A gallon. You can do it, I promise you. And the reason you want to do that, 1, to get the toxins out of the cells, but 2, because a gallon of water weighs 8.5 pounds. We want to get it out of the body before you weigh yourself.
That's you'll be spending some time going to the restroom.
You'll be spending some time in the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah. The second thing you would want to do is condense all of the food that you eat in a day into an 8 or a 6 hour window. And the reason you want to do that is because it increases the sensitivity to insulin, and insulin is our fat storage hormone. So the more sensitive we are to insulin, the less we need, so the quicker the body goes into its fat burning mode.
So everything within 8 hours?
That's right. So you eat the same amount of calories, you just condense it in a short amount of time, giving the body a chance to not have insulin coursing through the blood, and so it can burn fat.
And the food switch is number 3?
The food switch is number 3, is to get out all of the refined sugars and carbohydrates and replace them with lean proteins and healthy fats. So things like peanuts, coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, whole eggs, cheeses, and fattier meats, fattier cuts of meat.
That's really interesting. Okay, so you can find more of Dr. Nash's information in her book, 7 Secrets Doctors Don't Want You to Know About Losing Weight Permanently. Tell us about the offer, Dr. Nash, that you have for our viewers right now.
Sure. So normally, to get an evaluation with me, it's $97. But if they mention that they saw me on the Now Show, I want to give them 2 webinars that explain exactly what my program does before they ever talk to me, a free copy of that book, and we're going to discount the consultation with me to $24.97 to see if I can help them.
That's fantastic. Dr. Nash, always good to have you with us. And you're going to try the payday bar that we've tried and warn people against.
Go to my YouTube channel and I'll vlog me trying it. You can see if I like it or not.
All right. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank
Lindsay.
you.
That's a great diet tactic. Try that. You will never want to eat candy again. Yeah. Well, still to come, weird wedding traditions and how they came to be. From bachelor parties to the bridesmaids, find out when and why it all got started in the first place. And a friend's way to remember his bestie, why flushing his ashes down the toilet is his way to honor him. What? We'll explain coming up.
Las Vegas Now's Performance Set is sponsored by Stoney's Rockin' Country.
Fanny Boulevard and Robindale at the Boulevard Mall.
Candy.
Good job.
Candy going through the studio. Many traditions that come with weddings, but their origins may surprise you.
Yeah, for instance, the bridal shower. Why do we do it? Well, the tradition is said to come from Holland and happened when a bride's father didn't approve of the husband-to-be or his dowry. So the bride's friends would shower her with gifts so she could have a proper dowry and marry the man of her choice.
Do we really think that's the origin? Do we really believe that story?
Yeah, it is. It says it on the full screen, Kendall.
Okay, so it's true.
It's true. It started in Holland.
Here's another origin that we will not question. As for bachelor parties, those date back to as early as the 5th century BC. It's believed that ancient Spartans were the first to make a celebration out of the groom's last night as a single man.
And what about bridesmaids? Back in the day, the bridesmaidens would dress similarly to the bride and accompany her to the groom's village to fool evil spirits or deter other suitors from kidnapping her.
At least that one's interesting. That one makes a little sense to me. When did they start making the bridesmaids wear the ugly dresses? That's what I want to know. Where
80s.
did that? Oh, yeah.
The 80s.
All right. In a more primitive time, when women were in short supply, eligible bachelors and their friends would go and seek out to capture a bride from a neighboring community. They kidnapped the brides.
So that's why they needed bridesmaids to protect her.
Well, there you go.
I love it.
We'll be
so
right
when
back.
did we also start shelling out like thousands of dollars for weddings?
Exactly.
All right.
All right. So that's it. We're going to break, right? Yes. Let's go to break.
Let's just know what's going on today.
We're coming back after this.
Today on 8 News Now at 5, High Behind the Wheel. What are the laws on the books? what's happening right now to crack down on violators. Plus, the killing of a mother swan forcing the other birds to relocate, where they'll be calling home on 8 News Now at 5.
The 7-day forecast on 8 News Now is sponsored by Valley Auto Mall.
The Susan G. Komen Las Vegas Race for the Cure is coming up Saturday, May 6th. To learn how you can register, visit LasVegasNow.com for details.
Sponsored by Susan G. Komen of Southern Nevada, Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada, and West Valley Imaging.
I'm Denise Valdez. Coming up on our news at 5. How much pot would you need to smoke for it to affect your driving? That's what lawmakers are trying to hammer out. We'll tell you how they're fine-tuning the language in the DUI laws when it comes to driving high. And disturbing details. We comb through court records that show years of abuse before the death of a teenage boy. Why didn't someone step in to save the life of 13-year-old Aaron Jones? And moved for their own safety. A local favorite family forced to relocate after being targets of a deadly crime. We'll let you know where they are now. And Ted is telling us 90 degrees, 92, and pretty soon triple digits will be here.
It's about that time, right? It's a little too hot in the collar for me, but it looks like all that's going to be brief, though, and all that's staying on track for a big cool down this weekend. 70 degrees for tonight, nice and mild. Look for winds to remain nice and light. Tomorrow, your high close to triple digits. Some areas will reach triple digits tomorrow. Sunny, hotter. Will be running 10 degrees or more above average. 7-day forecast, breezy winds, a windy Saturday, cooling off to the 70s by next week. Lindsay, Kendall, send it over to you.
All right, Ted, thanks a lot. Okay, this is an interesting story about one man who's honoring his friend who was a baseball fanatic by dumping his ashes in toilets in stadium bathrooms across the country. He's already done it at 16 stadiums all over the country.
I can't believe it.
I guess that's what his friend wanted.
Don't
and
do
they
that
live
to me.
in Flushing Meadows, by the way.
Don't do that to me.
Critics are raving about